Pinto litigation arose after a series of rear-end collisions in which the fuel tanks of Ford Pinto automobiles ruptured, causing fires that resulted in severe injuries and fatalities. The lawsuits and the subsequent public controversy became one of the most widely studied examples of engineering ethics, product safety, and corporate decision-making. From a common-sense perspective, the case illustrates several important failures. Safety was not given sufficient priority. The Pinto's fuel tank was positioned in a way that made it vulnerable to puncture during relatively low-speed rear-end collisions. Common sense suggests that preventing catastrophic fires should have been a primary design objective. Known risks were not addressed promptly. Evidence presented during litigation indicated that engineers had identified safer design alternatives, some relatively inexpensive, but these were not incorporated before production. When credible safety concerns are identified, common sense calls for correcting them before exposing customers to unnecessary risk. Cost considerations overshadowed human consequences. The case became infamous for allegations that economic analyses weighed the cost of design changes against the expected financial cost of lawsuits and injury claims. While cost-benefit analysis is a legitimate engineering and business tool, common sense recognizes that avoiding preventable loss of life deserves exceptional weight in decision-making. Warning signs were underestimated. As reports of fuel tank fires accumulated, a more proactive response could have reduced future injuries. Common sense favors investigating recurring incidents quickly and implementing corrective actions before problems escalate. Public trust was damaged. The perception that the company placed financial considerations ahead of customer safety significantly harmed Ford's reputation. Common sense recognizes that long-term public confidence is built through transparency and visible commitment to safety. Lessons learned. The Ford Pinto litigation reinforced several enduring principles. Safety should be a core design requirement, not merely a regulatory minimum. Identified hazards should be corrected whenever practical before products reach consumers. Ethical judgment must complement economic analysis. Organizations should respond rapidly to credible evidence of product defects. Protecting people ultimately protects an organization's reputation and long-term success. Today, the Pinto case is widely taught in engineering, business, and law schools as a reminder that common sense, ethical responsibility, and sound engineering judgment must work together when making decisions that affect public safety. It remains one of the most influential case studies in product liability and engineering ethics. Let's analyze the example. Which supports and barriers were in play? What were the dynamics? Who, or what, won the tug-of-war? Discuss the outcome with your friends and family. Use Post 4 as a reference for the relationships and dynamics between supports and barriers. Thanks for watching.